Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carly Stevens. I'm a teacher and author, and this is English Nerd. Hey, so as I record this, the AP Literature exam is just about 1 week away. It's always the first week of May. And as you might know, I taught AP Literature for a long time, so I wanted to share with you 3 ways that you can study to set yourself up for earning a 5 on the exam. If you want to kind of play with the different options, then I would recommend appass.com. They have little toggly things so you can see, okay, if I get 40 out of 55 multiple choice correct and I earn 4 out of 6 on each of the essays, what would that turn into as an overall score? So that's something that you can take a look at just to see sort of where you stand right now in terms of how you would do on the AP exam. But of course, everybody's trying to earn as much as you possibly can because the higher the score you get, often the more college credit you can earn. So with only a week to go, here are some last minute things that you can do to set yourself up for success. Okay, number 1 is know your terms. I have an entire playlist on this channel of different literary terms, but the multiple choice section is always heavy on terminology, so make sure that you actually know the terms hyperbole versus simile versus personification versus chiasmus versus whatever it might be. So that's something very concrete that you can do and to prepare yourself for getting as many of those questions right, because the better you understand the question, the better you're able to answer it, of course. Number 2 is learn how to write an excellent thesis statement. There are 3 essays on this exam that you really have to keep things moving along. And of the 6 points you can earn on each of the essays, 1 point per essay is dedicated just to that sentence, which is the thesis statement. A thesis statement is a claim that you're making to answer the question of the prompt. This is something that at this point you probably should already know, but if you didn't, that's what it is. Again, I have entire videos about how to create the best thesis statement, but the short version is just that it is a 1-sentence claim that is arguable and layered that answers all parts of the prompt. I would put it either as at the very beginning or at the very, very end, someplace that is enormously prominent so that people don't have to go searching for what your ultimate claim is that you're answering. A couple pro tips for that are these. 1, this is the AP Literature exam. This is a college level class, and so your answers shouldn't be just one note, something very simple or something that is incredibly obvious. Instead, it should be a bit more layered. And so a great way to go is the portrayal of this character shows that she is this, yet this. Some contrasting ideas, which proves this overall point that the author's trying to make. So what I did there was I made a claim. I mean, it's kind of a formula, but you get the idea. I made a claim. I answered it in a layered way that does require some evidence, of course. 4 of the 6 points that you get on the essay are evidence and the use of evidence. And then I connected all of that to the overall meaning of the work as a whole. So that is a great way to go. Here's my claim, here are the layers of it, here's how it all contributes to the overall meaning. Most of the questions are phrased in such a way that it really lends itself to that kind of an answer. So if you can get used to writing a strong thesis statement, then you are all but guaranteed at that point on each of the essays, even if you end up running out of time and you're unable to finish the last one. Hopefully that won't happen to you, but it's just a great thing to be ready with. And then finally, the last thing that I would recommend that you do to set yourself up for the best chance of success is to have your open question work or works planned out. So of the 3 essays, 2 of them give you a work that you may or may not have seen before, and then you just have to address that poem or that piece of prose. The third question is always something that is open to whatever great work you've studied throughout the year. So something that has literary merit. They give you a list of titles that they would suggest to fit the question that they asked, but you're not required to use any one of those titles. Instead, you should bring in titles that you're already intending to use, no matter what the question is. The questions for that third essay are always really broad. Even the more historically specific ones are quite broad. So what you do is you think, okay, I read Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451 this year. I really liked it. I feel like I know it well. I can talk about it at an elevated level beyond just the characters and the plot, that kind of thing. So I'm going to talk about Fahrenheit 451, whatever the question might be. That is a valid and suggested way to go. Bring in one or two works that you have reviewed. I would recommend, and again, I have videos that go into deep dives on all these topics, but I would recommend that you review not only the characters in the plot and kind of use SparkNotes or something to remind yourself of what happens, but also to go actually back to some of the key turning point scenes. So you know not only what happens, but you know the wording, you know the flow of the conversation, you know the similes that are used. You can go above and beyond and really make a persuasive case, even to somebody who knows that work really well. So again, those are my 3 top suggestions for how to review for the AP Literature exam to set yourself up for the best success when you have this limited time. There's only a week left. So know your terms, be able to write a killer thesis statement, and review those open question works so that whatever question hits you, you're able to respond in a specific, detailed, and persuasive way. So good luck on that exam. Yeah, you've got this. You're doing the right thing. You're looking up these hints. So make sure to subscribe for more English nerdy goodness. I post videos every Monday. Until then, bye.